howdy everybody. Well, we made it.
Kansas City has always probably felt like, because we're a small market city, that we had a lot to prove. And I think we've done a pretty good job of proving it through the way that we've hosted and the way that we've produced the games and the experiences that everybody's had. I think that the fans that have come from someplace else, they brought a lot of energy to Kansas City. And I think Kansas City has done a pretty good job of picking up on that energy and reflecting it back.
Getting one team-based camp here, I think, would have been great. Would have been a success. I thought getting 2 here was fairly likely. We've got world-class facilities. Getting 3 here, I thought, was kind of best-case scenario. To end up with 4, none of us, I don't think, had expected that was going to be in the cards.
Netherlands national football team has arrived in Kansas City.
The English team landed at downtown airport.
Algeria touched down overnight at KCI. Argentina's national soccer team has arrived here in Kansas City.
Argentina has some of the most dedicated fans in the world. 3 of them spent the past 9 months riding their bikes from their homes all the way north to Kansas City.
They were joined by dozens of Kansas Cityans.
I love being a part of these kind of things, so it's just exciting to be a small part of something much, much bigger than all of us.
Cuando partimos de nuestra ciudad el 16 de agosto que iniciamos este viaje en bicicleta desde Argentina, no sabíamos hasta dónde íbamos, porque el sorteo del Mundial fue en diciembre y ahí quedó determinado que iba a ser Kansas, el lugar donde jugaba el primer partido y donde decidió hacer campamento y alojarse desde aquí. En ese momento empezamos a buscar Kansas en el mapa. No sabíamos dónde estábamos. Yo conozco Estados Unidos, en otras oportunidades he venido a la costa este, a la costa oeste, pero nunca he estado en el centro del país. Y ahí supimos que veníamos hasta Kansas y bueno, nos puso felices porque íbamos a atravesar todo el medio del país, ingresando por Texas. Vimos que íbamos a pasar por Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, conocer estados que habitualmente los argentinos como turistas no conocen. Esto nos daba una verdadera oportunidad de conocer el centro y el país profundo, que no es el turístico, sino donde la gente, bueno, habitualmente tiene su vida cotidiana.
La pasión por el fútbol en Argentina, desde que nacemos nos ponen una camiseta de fútbol y nos regalan una pelota de fútbol. Así que desde que nacemos estamos soñando jugar al fútbol y soñamos con vivir del fútbol. Lamentablemente los 3 somos unas patas duras, no nos dio, así que somos apasionados de la selección argentina. Acá tenemos 2 simpatizantes e hinchas de Boca Juniors y al medio uno de River Plate.
Bueno, y Argentina vive el fútbol de una manera muy eufórica, lo lleva la sangre en el ADN. Y bueno, para este viaje en bicicleta combinamos el viajar que nos gusta, la bicicleta y bueno, terminarlo de una manera tan épica que es llegar al Mundial y poder seguir a la selección argentina, que bueno, es la actual campeona de este torneo.
To get the 4 base camps was obviously another huge surprise and accomplishment for Kansas City. most of any city in the country, most of any region in the country. Be able to have 3 of them be in the top 8 of the world rankings, 2 of them be World Cup champions. All of these things just kind of kept layering on the success that we had felt initially. So I think it's a true testament to the individual facilities, to the teams and organizations that operate those facilities. I also think, look what's happened during the World Cup. All 4 teams that are based here in Kansas City have advanced to the knockout stage of the tournament. Only one of those teams even lost a single game, and that was Algeria playing against Argentina, another team based in Kansas City.
To see people from all over the world coming to Kansas City right now and discovering what an amazing place it is, and how surprisingly so, it's actually the most heartwarming story already in the World Cup. When you see the way the Algerian national team is being received in Lawrence and how surprised the rest of the world is by it.
Who would have thought that some of a North African soccer team's biggest fans come from Kansas?
We want to welcome you here.
It's incredible. I never thought it'd be like this.
All Algerian communities come from different states. We meet here in Lawrence, which is Lawrence Energies. It's a #1. I love it. And I appreciate all people coming to support us. I mean, this is the first time happen. I've been here 16 years in the United States. I never seen like this. So which is grateful. We meet a lot of communities. Yeah, we get along together, which is good for American. When the World Cup come to America, American people now they will know about soccer. It's growing now. It makes all people together. That's what we need. We need to bring people together. It doesn't matter what your nationality, what your religion. We need to be together. That's what we need.
I think our goal was always like, what is the lasting impression of the city? And I think you can take that a multitude of ways. I think there's the national media spotlight, international spotlight, which I think we're winning right now. Like if you look at, I think Kansas City's led every broadcast in terms of, you know, share and ratings through the tournament, certainly through the group stage to this point. All the U.S. games, we've been the #1 market. So I think you're winning the like, something's happening in Kansas City from a global standpoint. I'm getting texts and WhatsApps from people in England like, you know, they're cutting into the Kansas City, you know, Fan Fest live. Those are great. That gives the city a like, whoa, like what's going on in Kansas City? So there's a couple of those moments where like things started happening. We're like, oh, this is actually, we're here now. Like they're in market. Argentina's training at our facility, like seeing them there, seeing England like walk out and actually train at Swope. Like some of those are like surreal moments that you just, when it comes to life, you're like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening.
And over this rainbow, not the Emerald City, but England's green and pleasant land. Their training camp in Kansas City is receiving its final top dressing.
You can't tell the story of soccer in Kansas City without Swope Soccer Village, and this facility hosted the U.S. men's national team, women's national team, Manchester United, Brentford.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Even people standing with boards, welcoming them. We're here. Obviously, I know we're in the US, so it's not their home country, but every interaction I've had so far has been amazing. So we're very grateful that people have been so welcome.
They couldn't have been happier, right? I think the community embraced them. They felt like family is how they would describe it, from the hotel to the note the bus driver left. I mean, all these things I think are part of what leads to how did Kansas City do, and I think we came out on top. In my opinion, I think if you look at the articles in the press, Kansas City, if not the best, we're certainly in the discussion.
Yeah, we think on paper that's probably the toughest game. Croatia, we know that they've done well in past tournaments. They've got that golden generation of players with Luka Modric and the rest of the guys. So yeah, we expect a big test from them.
In 2014, the World Cup, we started with a few people, got together, let's watch the game here versus home. And it's now, every 4 years, it's exploding. After the turnout we had last time, you would think we won the World Cup here, because the singing and the music and dancing was overwhelming. If you're in an environment that just is always positive and passionate, it just elevates us to another level. Unlike most sports, when soccer comes on, patriotism comes in to play. Afterwards, win or lose, hey Kenny, come and have a drink with us. Oh, it was a great game, it was a good match.
Come on. No hard feelings.
And most other sports,
that.
most sports you're angry and this and that, but that's what soccer brings not only to here, but to international. And I think World Cup's showing that.
We've embraced them. We've cheered for them. We've been part of their fan celebrations and traditions because we understand what it's like to cheer for winning teams.
There's like 5,000 Dutch people wearing orange, speaking Dutch, and like 20,000 Americans wearing Dutch and going all the way. Yeah, that's for me surprising. Yeah, you really get in the game and will join us. That's very nice.
As I said, I think we will be designated as a desired soccer destination in the world going forward. I don't think that the World Cup really created Kansas City's soccer culture, but it did a very good job of showcasing how we, at the soccer capital of America, host people and how we emphasize this sport and its role in the global sports landscape.
More people get into the game as well. See how other cultures and other countries are so passionate about it. Like me as a Colombian, football or soccer is a religion. So I just see it in a different other level, in my opinion, than other people from here, local. So I'm glad that they had the chance to see it and experience not just Colombia. Again, Argentina was here, Netherlands, Algeria. So this has been a great time so far.
Local leaders are celebrating successes, not just economically, but for what it did for Kansas City's global brand.
Of the 16, Kansas City is the best one.
Was it successful? Absolutely.
I got tears in my eye. It was amazing.
KC can say it scored big as a World Cup host city.
I mean, people talk about New York and LA and Miami, and they're great cities and they're wonderful places, but people already know about those places. They don't know the magic of the Midwest.
One of the things that's so cool about the World Cup experience in Kansas City is that it's confirming what we've believed here for a long time, or perhaps what we've known.
I just think if you look at what we're able to do, the way we rallied two sides of the state line together, the way we rallied the region together, I think the broadcast we already talked about, top of the list. Fan Fest, I would welcome the argument how someone had a better Fan Fest than we did. I think the experience of the facilities, the base camps, the stadiums, all that was tremendous. And I think just the way the city wrapped their arms around everybody that came in. You know, we've talked about soccer capital of America for a long time, and part of that was probably us willing it into existence, but we didn't have to say it during the tournament. Everyone else said it for us.